Behold, big, beautiful Boulder County. We're so lucky to call this little corner of the universe our home. With drop-dead gorgeous views and one of the most robust economies in the nation, we've got a lot going on in 740 square miles, from the Continental Divide to nearly I-25. So much is happening, truth be told, it's sometimes difficult to feel like you're seeing the whole picture. Just take a gander at each acre of pristine, preserved, and protected land we have for every county resident. And it's easy to see why we are a national leader in open space conservation. But contrary to popular belief, our environment isn't perfect. Just ask Marcus Macaulay, who spends his time combating soil erosion affecting both farmers and local ecologies. And our crackerjack economy is about as hard to miss as the scenery. Nearly 40,000 jobs have been added to the workforce in the last decade. And the average listing price for homes has more than doubled in 15 years. Though the red-hot market hasn't benefited everyone equally. Take Nikki Larson, who spent over a decade actively and enthusiastically contributing to her community. And like the majority of Boulder residents, the Larsons rented. But when the owner sold the rental, they were effectively priced out and moved to Denver to buy a home. A telltale sign of instability for many segments of the market that struggle to find affordable or accessible housing. And yet, this financial boom has also put businesses in a position to give back to organizations such as Growing Gardens, with programs like Pledge 1% Colorado that has clocked in hundreds of volunteer hours for Front Range nonprofits and over $10 million in donations. However, wouldn't you know it, Boulder County residents actually give at a lower rate than the national average, which amounts to leaving a $68 million opportunity on the table for our community. But let's not forget the over 2,600 nonprofit organizations that provide benefits that we all enjoy, like one of the best art scenes around, including Colorado's largest Dia de los Muertos celebration, which speaks to an evolution of showcasing the diverse range of experiences making up our collective voice. Yet, unfortunately, it is still the most vulnerable that are the ones least likely to be represented, as is quite literally the case in the U.S. Census, which translates to an average loss of $2,300 in federal funding for every Colorado resident unaccounted for. And things are changing fast. The rising tide of home prices has created a ripple effect that is literally transforming who we are. Housing and childcare costs are in part driving away families with children. Along with a growing retired population, the median age has increased more than 14 months since 2009. Though, for those fortunate enough to live here, education access is creating greater opportunities for our youth. Full-day free kindergarten will help ensure our youngest residents will get the best start possible. And high school graduation rates are improving across the county, especially for Latino and low-income students beyond the state average. This is good news for addressing our historic disparities through the inclusion of diverse perspectives, such as that of Zaid Atkinson's, whose very current experiences with discrimination influence his advocacy today. Hopefully, we can continue this trajectory in all public arenas, not the least of which being elected office. Suffice it to say, Boulder County is a lot to get your head wrapped around. It's big and messy, beautiful and complex, best in class and falling behind. Thankfully, Trends is here to give you the whole picture, because we believe the first step to becoming a good neighbor is becoming a good knower. Explore trends in your community. Discover, connect, engage.